All right, we've got a news update here from the Marvel's news desk, and we're going to talk about how Agent Coulson is going to be unlocked. We're going to talk about the level 71 stat boost. We're going to talk about Ultima 7. And we're also going to talk about the data mine and the new rewards that are going to be in the alpha raids. All right, let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about Agent Coulson now. There was a blog post, and I've been reading on Reddit. It looks like it's pretty confusing, and I'm just going to talk about the way that I interpreted this. Basically, Coulson is going to be awarded through Milestones. So we've had some other characters that were done through Milestones. There was Captain Marvel, there was Mysterio, and then there was Namor. And I'm expecting this to be the most similar from the way that it reads right here behind me as Namor. But I think they're going to amplify other game modes other than Blitz. I think Blitz had some negative feedback from the high-end players that spend a lot of money. A lot of them do not enjoy Blitz, and they were going to Blitz a lot, and so that they felt they're going to minimize that in Blitz, and it's going to be through your guild. So we're going to read the post because there's a lot of information in there, and some of it is open to interpretation, and I'm not sure if it's just going to be added to the milestone reward orbs where we're getting Captain Marvel, but I interpreted it as being part of a whole guild event. The man, the myth, the legend is finally here. Agent Coulson, Alliance War defensive specialist. Agent Coulson slots in Nick Fury's shield team as the new controller. If you need to bolster your helicopter defenses or if you're looking to consult a human blast shield on your flight deck, Agent Coulson is your man. And I just want to say this. I've played against Agent Coulson on the test server when I was back at Fox Next. And let me say this. The character's broken. He's really good. All of the matches that I played against Agent Coulson in War effectively were 4 versus 5 before I even got to go. And a lot of them were 3 versus 5. And the only time that a 4 versus 5 is actually to your advantage is with X-Man and Phoenix. You want Phoenix to die. And I just want to say, probably Phoenix and X-Men is the only thing that is going to work well against Coulson. And when I was using Fantastic Four against them, it was a 4 versus 5, and I was still able to win. However, when it was a 3 versus 5, which was like half the time, like you launch into battle, and like before you even get to go, it's a 3 versus 5. That's how important Coulson is. So I am kind of glad that this is going to be through Milestones, because this means a lot of people are going to be able to get him slowly over time. It's not going to be just a whale thing. Maybe we'll see. But typically, I think about these milestone characters like Captain Marvel. Everybody that was playing the game at the time that there was Captain Marvel milestone event was getting Captain Marvel. I mean, I think everybody has Captain Marvel, and we're talking like the second or third best character in the game that everybody got just by playing the game. That's a big deal. I think that's awesome. So let's just talk about this. Agent Coulson not only boosts the shield allies, but he also enjoys shield minion synergy, even though he's definitely not a minion. Is that all? Not likely. Shield Medic's emergency treatment ability has been updated to revive Agent Coulson 100% of the time when he's killed in the battle. You just can't keep an elite government agent down. And me personally, I'm upgrading my shield roster. Nick Fury, shield medic, shield assault, and shield security. And then I'm thinking that Coulson's going to be the 5th slot. So I'm not focusing on operative or trooper at this time. I think operative is going to be the one that gets removed. Some people are saying that Quake could be introduced. That's fine. But I got to tell you this. I know Nick Fury for sure. I know medic for sure. And I know shield security for sure. Those 3 right there are rock solid and going to be in there. Whether it's assaulter, I don't know, or trooper, but I think it's going to be assaulter is going to be the most logical team composition for shield, especially in defense on war. I mean, maybe there'll be 2 different teams working up. We'll see. Here's a breakdown of his abilities. Traits: Hero, Global, Tech, Controller, Shield, Night Gun, single target damage, reduced speed bar, chain to additional targets and reduced speed bar, fine, EMP punch, attack primary target, on war defense, transfer positive effects to all non-minion shield allies, Nick Fury. So all of those effects will go to Nick Fury, and then he can spread it to the rest of the team. That is good. That is really good. It means that the AI is good, and the AI is very smart. On war defense, flip all positive effects on primary target. Crazy. Wow. Apply slow to all tech enemies. That means power armor will not work, or not well. Teamwork. Apply offense up to all shield allies. Remove all positive effects. Apply defense down and taunt to the target with the highest damage. So that means your rocket gets deleted. That means that your highest power armor with damage gets deleted. It means that Torch gets deleted in Fantastic 4, Fantastic 5. Call 2 highest damage allies to 6, attack all. So, this just means that it's before you even go, it is a 4 versus 5. It's crazy. It was very impressive. The agent grants speed bar to all shield medic when Coulson drops below 50% HP. Grant max HP to shield allies on war defense, making shield way more tanky. Grant resistance to shield allies on war defense, making them more resistant. On war defense, grant immunity to shield allies on spawn. Crazy. And so they're going to talk about how he's unlocked right here in the milestones. And I'm just going to say that with medic and Coulson, you're pretty much going to have to kill shield security first, then medic, then Coulson. But if you kill Coulson before medic, it's just going to get revived, and that's going to be a big hassle. I mean, if you have a way of getting through to medic before you get through shield security, but shield security is going to have that passive taunt always going off. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be like zombie shield with all the revives going on like that. So here's the part about how Coulson's going to be unlocked. We're changing up the reoccurring milestones by adding a new character, more rewards, improving the scoring system. First up, you can now recruit Agent Coulson via milestones, as if we added his character shards to the mix. Now, a lot of people are like, is that in the orbs, or is it going to be a milestone setup specifically? And I think it's going to be the way it was with Namor because of this next sentence. Next, we've increased the number of orbs, gear, gold, and character shards available. Be sure to log on every day to reap the benefits. The World Warrior milestones have undergone several changes. Alliance war battles now earn points towards this milestone. So this means it's going to be a guild event as the World War milestones. Alliance war battles now earn points towards this milestone to account for this change. Blitz, raid, and arena points have been adjusted. Lastly, scores on the participation leaderboard are now visible, so you can see how you stack up against other commanders in your alliance. Be on the lookout for all these changes that are coming next week. So let's look at that, because what they're talking about right here is this, the World Warrior. So what I see happening according to this is that Coulson will be added right here, is the way that I interpreted this. And then the scoring system is going to be changed to not be as skewed as heavily towards Blitz, is going to be my guess. We'll see, depending on how that rolls out. Let's keep going down to the post, because it's going to talk about Ultima 7. And no surprise here, but Ultima 7 is going to be harder, and we're going to get lower rewards. And that's fine, because when we had Ultima 7 before, it was before the level cap increase, and it was just like a weekly event. So this is going to be, a reoccurring, and I would expect the rewards to be not as strong, because they're going to be doing it daily. So most challenging raid to date is returning, but this time it's back for good. Ultima 7 is joining the permanent Ultimus raid lineup, but be cautioned, Ultima 7 will be more difficult than its first strike iteration. We still recommend that only the strongest alliance attempt Ultima 7, and the rewards were boosted before, so it's not going to be as strong. I think we expected that. We're also changing up the rewards this time around, as the first striker rewards were event-based. Orange gear raid orbs and orange T4 ability materials will be the primary rewards, along with purple raid orbs and the purple T3 ability materials. Ultima 7 is slated for the release in October, so start coordinating with your alliance to prepare for the Mount Everest of raids. Then we have to talk briefly about this. Iron Man now got a lot easier to unlock, and I know a lot of people are happy about that. And I just want to say something about these orbs before I go any further. Right now, I don't have any use for these orange orbs. There's nothing inside of them that I need, so I'm hoarding them. And I'm hoping they get reworked and redone, because there's nothing inside these orbs that I need today. And going forward, we're going to have more access to these items that are needed to upgrade once you get past Gear 13. And they're hard to find. I mean, they cost like $32,000 in the supply store, but they rarely come up. And it's just like, wow, this is going to be really hard to get. And right here, these pieces right here. Right now, you can't farm them. You just have to find one at a time for $32,000. Well, I'm hoping they change that. Now, also inside of the data mine, suggested that they're going to give those out inside of the alpha raid. If you go 100% in the hardest mode, receive a slew of orange gear, including the unique gear pieces, which everybody is looking for. Lastly, I want to talk about level 71. Level 71 is interesting. Of the stats that characters upgraded when they go to level 71, the most significant boost is on focus and resistance. And so that is very good for characters that put out negative status effects like Pyro. So any character that puts out negative status effects or relies heavily on focus is going to see a dramatic boost by going to level 71, where damage and health doesn't actually go up that much at all. And so for me, I'm prioritizing characters that I use every day in the arena. I'm going to be prioritizing characters that I use constantly inside of raids. Those are going to be the ones that go to 71 first. And then also characters that get the most out of having focus. Now, every character needs resistance. Resistance allows you to stop negative status effects from being applied to your character. So I just wanted to point that out when you're making decisions on going to 71, because it's expensive. Like, it's over 300,000 gold to go from 70 to 71. I mean, I'm going to be completely out of gold quickly if I take all of my characters up to level 71 that I can. It's incredible. So I have to be selective. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.